Among other proposed changes, it would have required large hedge funds to file reports within one business day of incidents such as extraordinary investment losses, defaults by major counterparties, or a spike in margin requirements. That is right, guys. SEC scraps vote for hedge fund transparency rule. What is going on, guys? Lottery Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, make sure to stay till the end of the video. First, we are going to be going over the charts, what happened with GameStop very briefly, try and keep this video short, sweet, and to the point. And yes, this video is going up early because I actually have some stuff to do that came up this morning. So overall, I will try and update you later depending on what happens with the FOMC and what happens with the overall market. But for now, this is my full update: AMC, GameStop, SPY, the extra DD that we go over about the economy, so on and so forth. All I ask you guys to do, since I edit, upload, record, research, not in that order, please just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's free. It helps me out tremendously. It helps YouTube push this out to more people like you guys. And also, if you want to talk with me on the daily, because I love talking to you guys, sometimes I don't see the YouTube comments, make sure to join the Discord linked under the video. Overall, let's get into it. Which has been in the comment period for quite a bit. You let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. But on a more positive note, give yourself a round of applause. Absolutely amazing for anybody who caught the GameStop train. A huge bounce, up 50% off of the earnings in after hours, and we are starting to sell off today, still up 32%. Take a look at where this got rejected. It came all the way up to the top of this parallel channel we have drawn out, got smacked back down. It started to hold for a bit, and now it's breaking below. I'm watching for a hold right at $22. Keep in mind, we do have a gap fill down to $18.30 or so. Do I think it's going to fill right away? Absolutely not. Now, this is exactly what happened. If you don't know, I'm going to go over it real quick. $1.2 billion in the bank for GameStop. They have $800 million in stock, $320 million free cash flow, and earnings per share came out at 0.16, which is 220% over the expected negative 0.13. So they went positive on earnings per share. GameStop had a positive earnings. Revenue up $2.23 billion on an expected 2.18, up by 2.12%. GameStop won't stop. Drop that in the comments down below. GameStop won't stop. So shout out the entire board who made this happen, who made GameStop go positive. This is going to destroy the short thesis going forward. And this has to be one of the most scary earnings to see as a short seller, because you never know if they are going to continue this train. Now, just yesterday, shorts lost $44 million alone, and they lost $313 million in aftermarket trading off of that 50% jump in GameStop. GameStop ran all the way up to a high of around $27.75, and a lot of us in Discord and a lot of us on the YouTube, because we called it out for days, caught this wave. So you guys let me know how you did on this in the comments down below. Moving on to AMC. AMC got a little bit of a sympathy move, up 10 to 12% in after hours, kind of sold off as well. Currently up 2.5% on the day. It's curling back around, came up to this level, got rejected. There's not much volume in AMC. There's not much to say here. However, what we've been looking at is the Ethereum Classic rally and the Ethereum Classic cycle that we have been tracking. Ethereum Classic is down 2.5% on the day. However, it is in this channel making higher highs and higher lows, and it's tracking perfectly to the end of this cycle. And it does look like it's not going to play out inverse. It looks like it's going to play out the way the cycle should. And with that being said, Ethereum Classic could have over a 100% run over the next couple of weeks, and I do think AMC is going to track. Plus, if shorts decide they do want to close over here on GameStop due to the fundamentals destroying the short thesis, essentially, I believe the same shorts are in GameStop that are in AMC, and they would essentially cover on both stocks. But you let me know what you think about this. Also, let me know if you guys are seeing this. A lot of different websites are reporting Ape's market cap way higher than it actually should be. And real quick, as for AMC, Interactive Brokers was reporting a 220% cost to borrow rate this morning, a little bit of a jump up from 200%. And now touching on the S&P 500, before we talk about what is going to dramatically affect the S&P 500, including the FOMC meeting today, the SPY is currently trading at 398.57, and it is getting rejected off of this overall trend line. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing to see. This is exactly where we expected to get rejected off of. It has about 3 hammer candles right now as we're making this video, trading sideways on the day, just waiting for that FOMC meeting. In my opinion, even if this does break over, it's most likely going to be a fake out unless the Fed decides they want to cut rates by a huge amount, which is essentially just going to cause more of a long-term issue. I think the SPY is going to crack to the downside, come back down to at least 393. Whether that bounces off of this trend line or sells off further is something that we're going to have to chart in the meantime, but we do have a double gap fill right there. So I I do think that is going to get filled for sure. Now, some things that could affect the market as well. Deadly fungal infection spreading at an alarming rate according to the CDC, which is definitely going to cause more uncertainty for people to put their money into equities. Plus, Russia to use Chinese yuan instead of US dollars to settle trade with Asia, Africa, and Latin America. And Russia and China say they oppose all forms of hegemony as BRICS countries continue to accumulate gold. We are witnessing the early stages of their efforts to expand their economic influence by attracting new countries to join their bloc. Now, what is that? Leadership or dominance, especially by one country or social group over others. So basically, Russia and China are saying the US dollar should not stand out over all other currencies, and we are going to make sure that is not the case. Credit Suisse annual report is out. Mother beaches. In just 1 year, liquidity dropped by almost 100 billion, customer deposits dropped by 160 billion. We can't wait to see what happens next. Following that up, Capital One 5-year credit default swap CDSs are surging, jumping to 70.6 BPS, the highest we have seen since the 2008 financial crisis. I think I've seen this before, but can't remember where. We saw this happening with Credit Suisse right before they tanked and needed to bail out. And you're seeing the same exact thing happen with Capital One at a very, very alarming rate. Now, Sweden's largest pension fund has sold its entire position in First Republic Bank for a loss of over $7.5 billion. Sell-off yesterday could have likely been this shareholders selling their position, but why? Do you think FRC is going to drop even lower, or something they know that we don't is going to happen? Moving on, Texas Senator Ted Cruz introduces bill to ban the Fed from adopting a central bank digital currency, CBDC, and I thought this was very interesting. This analysis is amazingly accurate. Made in 1875 by Samuel Benner, shows periods of panic, good time to sell assets and good times to buy. If you look at the top row, it actually predicted Great Depression, World War II, dot-com bubble, and COVID crash, which we recently went through. Kind of mind-blowing. We are currently in a period of hard times and lowering asset prices, and indicates a good time to buy assets soon. Very interesting theory, 100 years old math and logic. Now, if you take a look at this, 1924 to 1931, prices up to 1927, 1945, 1965, 1981, so on and so forth, and it times everything perfectly from 2012 to 2019. COVID hit. Back down to 2023, shows that somewhere in this time frame is a decent time to buy assets, ride them up to 2026, sell them off into 2032 before the next crisis into 2035, so on and so forth. But you guys let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Thank you so much for making it this far through the video, guys. Make sure to join Discord so you don't miss other plays like GameStop. That link will be under the video, and it is Discord server with the purple heart. It is not the Chart Prime Discord server. Also, make sure to get 17 free stocks by downloading Moomoo and making a deposit using my link under the video as well. That is it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video or found value out of the video. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.